Hello everyone, welcome back to Django's Place. I've got another firearm. I just picked it up today. I would have had it yesterday, but that's just how it works. I was hoping to be the first reviewer for this, but a channel called 22 Sigma just he beat me by 6 hours. So I'm very happy for you, but god damn it. Anyway, no, he went over what all came in the box and everything in pretty good detail, so I won't bore you with that. I got all the same accessories as he did. I will say that on some of the videos I've seen of the pistol, the manufacturers actually said that it should have 2 magazines in the box, but it only was shipped with 1. And I'm thinking, I don't know if that's like a distributor thing, or if that's actually like maybe they changed what they wanted to send out. But I cannot find a spare magazine except on the it's a German sport gun. I can only find it on their German website, and I do not know if they would ship to me, but I will figure that out at some point. Anywho, the pistol is the Mauser HSR. I had to re-record this because I said HSC. HSC was the World War II 32 and 380 version of this. The C meaning center fire versus the R meaning rim fire. Because this is a 22, and you can see right there, really good markings actually on it. It's got a disassembly lever in almost the same spot as like if you, I guess if for a PPK you would kind of pull the trigger guard down, or like a Bursa or something similar to that. Especially the SIG, it does use it borrows a lot from a lot of different designs, it seems, mainly SIG and the Mauser. You have a firing pin block safety right here, and then you have a decocker and a slide stop. And there's your mag release, so it's not a heel release. I don't mind heel releases at all, but they moved it up here, and it seems to be on the SIG, though. This sort of lever was actually put down here for their decocker, versus like the Mauser HSC, which I do not have with me, unfortunately. I don't have one of those. They had one safety decocker up here. This, however, has 2 safeties for that. It has very nice, let me get it lined up, very nice high-vis sights. It came with 3 of the 3 rear sights. The hammer kind of more concave rather than the HSC, which had kind of like more full. It would fill up this area a little bit more. I'll demonstrate the decocking feature. There we go. But anywho, oh, and also, instead of the heel release on some of them, they did give you a lanyard loop. So, pretty cool. Like I said, magazine holds 10. Pretty good magazine. There is a little sharp spot right here, because that's the thing to help you load it. This side actually has a little disc, versus that side is just kind of like the little peg that goes through. It could be a bit sharp, a little bit aggressive, but it's no big deal. Like I said, I'm not going to chamber it, but putting the magazine in gives you a very nice full grip. Very nice full grip with that little extension. They do sell a wooden grip version of it. I've yet to see that one for sale, although since it's nearly the same, except they do offer them in stainless, I've heard. I could just buy the grips and change them out. But I did want to do, before I get to that, I have fired maybe 30 rounds through it. It was just cold today, and it functioned right out of the box with no cleaning, no removing the grease from the factory yet. That's how I test a lot of my guns when I first get them. But it functioned flawlessly. Believe it or not, it's not painful, but it actually has a little bit of recoil back in this area that makes it feel more like a 32 or 380. Like I said, it didn't hurt, but it's a very interesting feeling. And this is all metal, by the way. This is a like an aluminum alloy. That's an aluminum slide, all metal gun. Very quite hefty. Quick thing about it. 3.5 inch barrel. I do not have the weights here, unfortunately, but 3.5 inch barrel, 22 long rifle. It is threaded, so you can put a suppressor on this. But it, like I said, it functioned flawlessly. Very, very nice, just with some Aguila, super extra. And now on to my little comparisons, because here's the HSR, and I will have to zoom out, and hopefully this will be okay. There we go. Ignore the undusted keyboard. I'll scoot that to the side. There's the HSR, and I'll go ahead and pull my magazine out of my Bursa. This is my Bursa 380, and you can see they are very close, very, very close. If you have one of these guns, it's basically the same, give or take. A little bit longer on this one, but it's about the same feel. Even better comparison than the 380 version, though, would be the 22 Bursa, and I have their threaded version. And whereas it has the decocker safety up here, this just has the safety, like I said, the firing pin safety, and the decocker down here. But very similar, very similar. More of an extended barrel for theirs. I'll put those over to the side. And if I can get me if I can get two older, well, not old necessarily, but go into more of the historical competition. The Mauser HSC was a competitor to the Walther PPK, PP models, and this is a PPKS in 380. But as you can see, it's a, maybe I can zoom back in just a little. It's pretty similar in size to a PPKS. Very, very similar to that. And I do not have the SIG model that this is based off of, but I have held one. It is dimensionally basically the same. A little slimmer maybe because 22, but it's basically the same. I do, however, have a Sauer 38H. So it is probably the closest in because it has the decocker in the same spot, same place for the mags, just it doesn't have a firing pin block up there. I believe they did have those for, I could be wrong, but I want to say it was maybe SS, Luftwaffe. I don't know exactly what, the higher up Germans, they wanted a firing pin safety up at the top, I believe. But this is, like I said, this is just a decocker. On this old model, it is a decocker and a recocker is what I call it. Honestly, it would have been really cool if they had transferred that idea from this to that. But I wanted to give a little quick size comparison. Like I said, unfortunately, someone has beaten me to it, and I'm very happy for them. But I just had to get this out there and compare it real quick, because out of all of them, it handles very well, like I said. You can see the size comparisons, give or take. Sorry about the tripod thing being in the way. And like I said, very similar to a Bursa. It's not not heavy, but weighty. You do feel like you're actually holding a gun. But anywho, I thought I'd just put this out there as a little comparison, at least. Maybe I'll put a short video up at some point of it actually firing. But yes, and at some point hopefully I can update this video and put a link to fresh magazines for it, because as it so happens, we just got the one. We just get the one with it, which is unfortunate, but it's what it is. Anywho, just a little video. Thank you. All y'all have a good New Year. Also, quick little side note. I just thought of this as I was turning my camera off, and I'm glad I didn't forget. I actually carry all my firearms, which is, 32s, 380s, 25s, doesn't matter. I think if I own it, I should carry it. Can be a fun gun, can be a serious gun, doesn't really matter as long as your guns are being used. Some of them can even be, wall guns if you really want. But I personally do believe a lot in having functional tools, toys, whatever you want to call them. Even if it's a 22 for carry, you just need to be able to have it to be able to use. And there's not many holster options, and there's probably better holster options out there in all honesty, but what I found works with a majority of little tiny 32s, 380s is this flap holster. It is a German World War II reproduction of a Afrika Korps. Sorry about that. German reproduction of an Afrika Korps holster, minus the dirty bird symbol. But you can see I've used it quite a bit. It is what I actually carry my PPKS in occasionally. And the mag pouch could, the only thing with it I would say is it could be tightened up just a little, maybe a little seam ran down just to snug it up a bit. But it goes on the belt like that. And I have found that it actually holds the new Mauser HSR. A little bit of a snug fit just because it is a slightly bigger handgun. Come on, you. Go in there. There we go. It does actually hold it pretty decent. And more you use it for this type of pistol, it will actually stretch just a little bit. But it actually does fit with this. And the magazine, if I can get it out of there. The magazine actually does fit in. I have yet to let's see, we'll find out together. Does it actually seal with the magazine holder full? Barely. It barely wants to do that, so the magazines are a bit tall. If you were handy with a sewing machine, I bet you could seam rip this off and sew it along the front more so, or just sew it down along the side a little bit more, but that would kind of not keep them in, I suppose. But you can technically, I guess, adjust it and make it work. But it does fit. I do find that kind of cool. And the holsters can be found at World War Supply. I've been buying a lot of reproduction holsters from them for a few years now, and I'm very happy with them. Like 99% of the time. There was just one high power holster in brown. The bottom flap that comes across the side could have been smushed and shaped a little bit tighter, but that's not a big deal. But I thought about this as I was turning my video off. It's a Walther PP holster, and I believe you can get there's probably other ones that are more generic. Maybe you could even use a CZ27 holster for it if you wanted to go classic. They have those also on their site. But thought I'd mention that. Just a really cool gun, and a holster option if you so chose. Okay, that's it. Have a good New Year for real now. Bye.